Hey, and welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid. In these videos, we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you're new to the show, welcome. We make daily videos and keep it relevant to what's going on in the news. And if you're joining us again, welcome back. Let's jump right in and start off with taking a look at Bitcoin Cash. Now, currently we're sitting at a price of around 2,300 USD, and Bitcoin Cash has seen a price at around 24, close to 2,500 USD earlier this morning, after seeing some dips yesterday or last night, depending on where you are in the world, around 2,200 USD. So a little bit of volatility, but generally we are seeing a little bit of continuation around that price level 22 to 2400, and we have continued to see that even over the last 7 days, really riding out this slight up and down wave that we've been on, especially looking at the rest of the community here, really seeing some downward trends, but notably here you see Ethereum up and growing. Earlier in the week here we were down at a little bit less, even below 1,000, but clearly we are climbing in that regard. Now Ripple is seeing some continued pressure moving downward. Now that we've been expecting this after seeing some increasing highs over a short period of time. Believe we reached over $3.35, and clearly we are retracing back downwards, currently sitting around almost $2 now. So again, this is looking a lot healthier than it was a few days ago, but clearly we're still slipping down into the red in most of the community. So let's jump over to Bitcoin.com, see what's going on in the news. And here's a story coming out of South Korea, and we have been following this in terms of the regulations that are going on there. But the story here today is that South Korea is looking to cooperate with China and Japan, more notably in Beijing and Tokyo, and trying to figure out, hey, you guys seem to be doing it right. Can you help us? That's kind of what I'm getting out of this article, at least in that regard. Or maybe they're starting to realize that these countries don't really have the ability to control cryptocurrency, and so now you're seeing them kind of come together and trying to make a team effort here. But either way, the regulations are increasing in South Korea, and we've seen it happen with the suspension of these virtual accounts. And that seems to be the only way they've been able to really clamp down and get a grip on the cryptocurrency scene, is just by kind of choking out the banks and preventing them from setting account holders up with these cryptocurrency or virtual accounts, as they call them. Now, in one regard here, you've got the Financial Services Commission of South Korea, and the chairman here, Choi Jung-koo, which is apparently not too pro-cryptocurrency. He's saying here that the world is facing a policy challenge pandemic. Trial and error is going to be the way that we solve this, but he's also saying a lot of other big words here. He's saying that I believe that they're looking to put in further suspensions. Now, how they're going to do that, I'm not too sure, but the words you're saying is stricter requirements and tougher sanctions. But clearly what you're seeing here is you're seeing a transfer from these decentralized exchanges, and it's becoming more and more centralized with heavy regulations, government control. And it's really going from this fair type of exchange system where users could come on and freely, and voluntarily give money in exchange for cryptocurrency and leave. A very peaceful transaction. But what you're seeing now is a more forced and involuntary system here, where the governments are basically, making these regulations, mandating all these different rules, whether it's trying to find out exactly everything they want to know about these people. But clearly we're seeing a non-voluntary effort here to gain control here. So again, something to keep in mind here is that Japan and China have different viewpoints. And so when you see South Korea kind of attacking its users and exchanges, it's really just, in my opinion, try to get control of this fast growing industry. And when they're so used to having control over currency and losing control in this industry with cryptocurrency, it's clear that they're going to be doing things outside of the box. So now you're seeing this gentleman here from the Financial Services Commission saying that there's an irrational trend of investing in cryptocurrencies, noting that the ongoing fever of speculative investment. Yeah, well, you're going to see this more and more, especially with the fear that they're going to want to instill with the population, that there's somehow cryptocurrencies are worse than fiat. Well, come on. We all know that you can use cash for good or bad, and that the sense that cryptocurrency actually allows for more positive use cases, especially financial freedom for all. But again, we know how that goes. So let's jump over to the next story, which kind of is a good segue here, with the U.S. government looking to sell their Bitcoin. So this is almost a deja vu story here. Now, you've seen this happen with the Silk Road seizing of all those Bitcoin. more specifically 144,000 BTC, which they conveniently sold at a price of $336. So that's got a sting, to say the least, for the U.S. government, because they could have sold that now for $2.4 billion at the current price. So when they get rid of 513 BTC, yeah, maybe that is a good choice, because when they sell that, they're probably only going to get a lot less, obviously, with the TX fees that will come from that. But now when they sell that BCH, in my opinion, I bet you that's going to sting a year down the road, because right now, the combined total of that BTC and BCH is sitting around 9.4. In my opinion, it's going to be a lot more for the BCH alone next year if things progress. So we'll come back to this story, but clearly, we've been here before and it didn't work out in the past when they sold. And in my opinion, selling that BCH is not going to be the way to go. So again, we've seen that, and we'll have to continue monitoring these stories. So let's jump over to Twitter. I put a post out yesterday on the Crypto Kid here talking about Bitcoin Cash meetups. Now that's right, there's a lot going on with these meetups. They're popping up all over the world, and why wouldn't they be? There's such a strong community behind Bitcoin Cash, and I could only encourage you to check out your local meetups and see if it's something that you want to get involved with. Now I'll leave a link below. You can head over to meetup.com, and if you type in Bitcoin Cash into that text box there, or just click the link, that'll bring you to this Bitcoin Cash page, and you can see the amazing community that is behind Bitcoin Cash and all of these local meetups that are popping up all around the world, and they are growing fast. So, look at, if there's not a meetup around your area, you can start one, or at least, transfer the ownership off to someone if you're not really comfortable with hosting one of these meetups. But again, it's a really cool opportunity, not only to meet some fellow Bitcoin cashers or some like-minded individuals, but to get some friends and family on board and getting them on board to how to really get involved with Bitcoin Cash. So again, a great opportunity with these meetups, and most of these will have opportunities to download Bitcoin.com wallets and maybe pass around some free Bitcoin Cash so you can tell your friends and family really the simplicity about how Bitcoin Cash has the ability to change the world. So again, I'd invite you to check that out. If not, thanks for watching, and we will surely see you in the next one.